Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. After a lot of thinking, I have decided that I want to start doing YouTube again. It's been too much on and off in my mind whether if I want to do this, whether if I don't want to do this, but I was like, who cares? Let's just go ahead with it. And if things work out, then great. And if things don't work out, what's the worst that could happen? And yeah, so I am back again, but mostly my YouTube videos before, they focused on more of fashion and beauty content. And now, since if you come from my Instagram, you already know that so many things have been changed. I just shared my journey on Instagram about how I came to London to study my master's degree, and while I was studying, I learned different skills, how to make money online, and I just started working on those things because firstly, I was working as a waitress, which was like my part-time job, and it was like too much of a headache. It was really physically exhausting for me, and I was working 8 hours a day on my feet. I mean, there was no time to even sit down somewhere to catch a breath, to drink some water. And it was just too much, and I felt like it was too inhuman. And I never wanted to put myself in a situation where, just to make ends meet, I am gonna do these things. It was just a part-time job. I was just here to learn, to explore, and to experience. So I thought, I'm gonna be paying my own bills, and I'm just gonna do, anyways, I have to work 20 hours a week, so everything's gonna be great. And so I just started doing it. And deep down, it made me realize how workplaces also function. It was like I wasn't working in a small place. I was like working in a nice big hotel chain. But to be honest, to see the working environment, people in general who do a 9 to 5 don't seem to be happy. Most of them don't seem to be happy either way. And just to see the environment, the work environment, that's what I came to experience here for. They talk about this so much work-life balance in the UK. There is, but some of the workplaces are really not worth it at all. And it was just, you can sense my frustration. I'm too happy because it taught me so many things. It improved my communication skills so much. I feel so confident to talk to people now. Like, I've become like an extrovert because every day I had to go and talk to hundreds of different people from all across the world. So, which is a great part. It does teach you a lot of things. It does teach you the hustle. It shows you the reality of life. And I think everyone should just experience it once in their life. And then I left that job. I started doing a full-time job, which was a little bit professional. And again, it was because I had experience in luxury hospitality. So it was like an easier move because of the experience I had. And I started working, but I really did love my work there. However, it was because of some person or a few people. I mean, they would just bully me in a certain kind of way, like the way they spoke to me, the way they talked about me, and way they would do things to bring me down. I really don't want to say all of those things because it's not something anyone should be going through. And it really took a toll on me. I would cry at my workplace so much. I would just go to the washroom, cry myself out. I would come back home and cry. And every single day, there was no day that I did not go crying. And in between that, I just stopped talking to my family members also. There was like 4 or 5 days straight I hadn't talked to my parents or anyone, and it was just too much. I think that phase of my life was like I don't want to even talk about it. I mean, I mean, no one should be ever going through anything like that in the first place. And I would just talk to my friends after I came back home. I would just talk to them, what should I do? What, this is not right, and everything. And to be honest, they just encouraged me, like, whatever you have learned, you've been trying to get clients since the past 5-6 months. What have you done? Like, what are you doing? I really tried to introspect on myself, and I did take on some projects to get some testimonials. I did few paid projects as well, and to be honest, I was good at it, but I really didn't know how to scale it, how to get further in this. Plus, my self-confidence was so low at this point. Sometimes I just doubt myself so much, like, this is not my cup of tea, I cannot do this, this is so frustrating, and everything. Like, my mind sometimes, it's just like, it comes from scarcity. There's a difference between an abundance mindset and a scarcity mindset, and my mind is just so scarce at time. It will always just see negative things, it will just see flaws, and it will just tell you constantly, no, this is not gonna work, you need to go and just do like a normal job, this is just not gonna happen for you, you're always be stressed about earning money. And to be honest, for once and for all, I had reached my peak moment. I had reached it, and I was like, I am gonna take a leap of faith in me, and I'm just gonna go ahead with it and just do it. I'm just gonna do this. What's the worst thing that could happen? I'll fail. I won't earn anything. People will make a joke of me. I mean, what's the worst case scenario? Even if I give myself 5-6 months to do this, I'll have enough time to explore me. And it's not like I have any responsibilities. Like, I'm not married, I don't have kids, I don't have any responsibilities on me right now at the moment. Maybe I could take this leap of faith to explore myself, give it a shot. And if things don't work, anyway, I have good qualifications, I have good experiences, and I would get a nice job. That's the outcome. So either way, it's just our mind that wants us to live in survival mode. But at the end of the day, it was a win-win situation either way. There was nothing I was losing at all. And I remember this, I had the day of my resignation, I just told them that the notice period here is usually, you need to give them a 1 month notice period you need to go for. I mean, I think it's everywhere, but the place I was working, they just wanted like a 1 month notice period. But I said, no, I'm not even gonna come for 1 month. This is the last week I'll be coming. And finally, I had the courage to speak up. I myself studied business psychology. I studied about workplace diversity and how people should not be going through such kind of experiences at workplaces. And when I went through, I was the one who kept my mouth shut for the longest time. And I said it on the day I resigned. And then the HR had to take an action because they realized it's not the right thing or anyone should be going through this. So yeah, that was like my I am done moment. Like, I am done. I cannot be bossed around by people who are not even gonna respect me, or some people, they just underestimate you for your abilities, because deep down you know you are better. And so yeah, this is me, this is my journey so far. And uh, I'm gonna be very honest with y'all, very honest with y'all. Coming abroad has been like such a wonderful experience for me. I've learned so much. I don't think I would have taken this leap if I would not have come here at the first place. I took the decision to work. I mean, I of course I was a student. I could have asked my family members, like, you could support me and everything. I mean, but it was my own decision. Like, no, I have to do this for me. I'm in this country. I can do a part-time job and then I can work full-time. And it taught me so much about life and then like different things. I know I'm still too young to talk about, like, I'm learning about life and stuff, but yeah, it was really a wonderful experience. And especially when you're living alone, you spend time with yourself alone. I don't think I've ever spent so much time with myself alone. There's no noise, there's no one talking around you, and you're just sitting there silently with your thoughts. I mean, it's sometimes I feel like, oh my god, there's too much silence. And yeah, so it's a really wonderful, surreal experience. You travel alone, you explore that freedom. It's amazing, and I think everyone should just experience it, not for the sake of having fun, but sake of learning something so that you can be better as a person. I met some amazing people. Firstly, I would not have started learning things online to improve my skills. I realized even in a economy, like in this economy, even if you're working in UK and earning a really good money when you compare it to India, to be honest, people over here spend more than half of their money in paying their rent and their food expenses. And I was like, this is not how you're supposed to be living your life. And I cannot do that for the next 10-20 years of my life. I was just too scared to imagine that I'll be working a 9 to 5. Now, there's like work for people are lucky if they have work from home. But in my case, I did not. I had to be 5 days at my workplace, and it took me 1 hour to reach there, 1 hour to come back, because the commute, it's a really accessible city. The commute is good, nice, but to reach there and to come back, it takes just so much of time. And to be honest, my workplace was not even far. Like, it's in central London, and I don't live too far from central London. I live on, like, whatever, I don't want to say where I live, but yeah, my workplace was in central London and I don't live too far. But so central London is zone 1 and I'm in zone 2, but even with just one zone away, it would take me 1 hour to reach there, 1 hour to come back, and then work there 8 hours again, because I worked in luxury hospitality and I was working at the front desk. So as per the standards, you cannot sit, you have to stand and work wearing heels. So it was just too much for me physically. It was straining so much. Like, you're spending 10 hours of your energy somewhere, and every single day for 5 days you come home and sleep for 8 hours, and the rest of your time is like you cook food, you eat food, you take a shower. That's like almost your entire day gone, and you don't have time for yourself. And the rest of the 2 days, I would not even get out of my house. I was like, you know what, I'm just too tired of working. I need to sleep, I need to take some rest, I need to sleep some extra hours. And that's how I was just spending my time. So everyone, back home must be thinking, like, she's living abroad, she's enjoying her life, she must be traveling around so much. Trust me when I say this. Now when I've quit my job, I have some plans of moving back home and working from there, because it's more convenient and feasible for me. Trust me when I say this, 1.5 year I've lived in this city and I haven't seen a thing. I lived in this very building for 6 months. Just 2 days back, I got to know we have an amazing river just behind, like, which is like a 10-minute walk, and they have a nice footpath where you can walk and just, do your morning walks, evening walks. I didn't even know it existed. That's how time consuming everything is. So this was just my story and the reason why I chose to do what I'm doing, which is, I know there's people out there who are trying to build their brands online, because something that is going to scale heavily in the future is content. It's still not end of, people say the influencer thing is just coming to an end. No, it's not. It's just the beginning. And especially, we would follow influencers for their clothes and everything that they carry, fashion, beauty. Everything was related to fashion, beauty. But no one was talking about self-development. No one was talking about personality growth. No one was talking about, how you could scale your businesses. And there's a rise and momentum. People are getting paid to be themselves. And I really mean it. If you are someone, I know many entrepreneurs, now the next future is going to be entrepreneurs getting their clients online, because everything is going to shift. So this is what I do. I help you scale online. I help you grow on social media and just plan your entire strategy, content, what do you need to post, to build you a nice website, a funnel, how you can attract your clients and everything. So that's where I come in, and I really wanted to give this a shot, because something I've been very comfortable with is just talking to camera. I love talking to camera. I love being in front of camera. But earlier I was doing it for the wrong reasons. And this time it's not for the wrong reasons. This time it's for me to give my service, to give my value to someone which is gonna help them change their lives, which is gonna help them get money, which is going to help them grow in life, and which is going to make someone happy and give them value. It is a service. I always thought of it this way. I heard this last week. You should think anything that you're giving out, you should think of it as a service that's going to be helpful for someone out there. You're not someone who is just working to get money, but it is a very important service. You should think of your service as so valuable that it could literally help change someone's life. So yeah, that's it. That is my mission. That is my motto. That is what I want to do. And to be honest, I was like really afraid of starting my YouTube channel again, because again, I didn't know what content. I think sometimes I feel like I have so many ideas. Some days I feel I don't have anything to say. What's the next thing I'm gonna create? But to be honest, I feel I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Most of my YouTube videos coming ahead will be helping you grow on your journey, how you can grow on your journey. I really encourage everyone to start putting content out there. If you are into coaching business, anything that you're doing, your art, your skill, just put it out there, because then you're going to be reaching people, and then you're going to be getting people to scale your business. And sometimes, you just feel, what I do is really not valuable enough. But who are you to decide? That's what I told myself. Who are you to decide how much valuable your service is? Because that's how our mind is gonna make us think, that you are not valuable, you are invaluable, you're nothing. There's so many people out there doing better than you. But trust me, we need to come from an abundance mindset. There's enough clients for everyone. That's how you need to think. There's enough money out there in the world for everyone. Trust me, you don't have to worry about any competition. When you see someone doing better than you, you need to feel like, oh my god, she's doing it, I can do it too. Maybe I could do better as well. Maybe I want to become like her. You need to focus that shift from jealousy or being afraid to thinking that you can do it. And you know, this has to come from within. You need to push yourself so much to do that. And I know it's gonna be difficult, but you have to get your foot out there. And this is how I'm gonna be helping you in your journey. I know sometimes you need that push, you need that momentum, you're scared, you're gonna scared what people are gonna think. Trust me, if people are speaking bad about you, you're doing something good. I mean, like, if you're doing something bad, then okay, I mean, you get the point. If people are making fun of you and you're trying to do something good in life, you should be proud of yourself that you are at least trying, and they're speaking about you behind your back. And trust me, you're gonna get more support from strangers online than your own friends and relatives. That's the harsh reality and the truth, and you will have to face it. So just do it, just go ahead with it, and I hope you enjoyed my first YouTube video. There's so much. Oh, I spoke for almost 21 minutes now, but yeah, more of my videos are gonna be more informative, more educational, more about self-development, self-growth. It's gonna be more about my journey, how I'm growing as a person. And trust me, most people get this wrong, that you need to share your entire personal life if you want to build your personal brand. No, 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 no. You don't have to share your entire personal life. You have to share your expertise, your skill, and your story and journey. This is very wrong that you need to show your personal life. Personally, I don't like showing my personal life at all. There's some things in my life that I want to be keeping really, really personal, and I am a very personal person. I don't just go out. I do go out, but I'm just not too much of that person who is out there everywhere and I just want to record everything. No, this is snippets of my life, of my day sometimes, which I record, which is like 5 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. No, but my relationships with other people and everything, I want to keep it really private. And so you can do the same. You don't have to be like an influencer to just scale and grow online. So this is my take on what I wanted to say. I think YouTube videos make me so much more comfortable. It feels like really comfortable. When it comes to Instagram, sometimes I'm like, oh my god, 7 seconds, 20 seconds. That's the only time I have, because if I make a video more than 1 minute, sometimes it just happens. I make videos more than 1 minute and those don't work. Instagram is like, attention spans are getting shorter, short, more short content. People are just scrolling. But my YouTube is for long form content, and I love creating long form content, and I don't think this is the end of long form content at all. So yes, thank you so much. If you want to learn more, grow more, just subscribe to my channel. We'll be talking too much very often, very frequently, and I'm glad to have you here with me. Thank you.